If you're watching this video on January 16th or 17th of 2026, you need to understand something very clearly. Some of the biggest internship tech opportunities of this year are going to open and close in the next few weeks. And 95% of engineering students have absolutely no idea this is happening right now. Hi, I'm Rohan Saneja and I head the Corporate and Institutional Affairs at Polaris School of Technology. What that basically means is I talk to tech companies every single day. I know exactly when they're hiring and what they're looking for and how their processes work. So in the last year alone, I've personally helped over 40 students from Polaris crack the best of opportunities at the best of companies, ranging from startups which were paying 50,000 rupees per month to larger companies who were offering 2.5 lakh rupees per month. So when I tell you that the timing is everything in the internship game, I'm not speaking theoretically. I'm speaking from watching hundreds of students either succeed or fail based purely on whether they knew about these opportunities at the right time. So here's what this video is going to give you. First, a complete month-by-month breakdown of every major tech internship opening in 2026, including what's open right now as I'm recording this, and which is going to open in the next 2 weeks. Second, a step-by-step roadmap on how to actually crack these internships, from what you should do this weekend to how you should prepare for these interviews. And the third important thing, which is strategic insights based on your specific profile. Whether you're a woman in tech or a non-CS student or from a tier 2 college or dealing with a low CGPA. So if you watch this video till the end and actually take action, you will be ahead of literally 95% of students. So grab your phone, open a notes app and let's get started. So before I give you the full calendar, let me tell you what you can apply to this week. Because if you wait until the end of this video to take action, some of these deadlines would have already passed. So the first opportunity, which is Flipkart Girls Wanna Code 7.0. This is for women in their third and fourth year of BTech or the first and second year of MTech. The deadline is January 15th and the stipend is rupees 1 lakh per month. And if you convert for full time, the package would be about 32 lakhs per year. This is one of the best programs for women in tech. They run a coding challenge first, then you go through a mentorship program, and finally, you get a pre-placement interview opportunity. The top 30 performers get an all-expense-paid trip to the Flipkart headquarters in Bangalore. So if you're eligible for this, pause this video right now, go to unstop.com and start your application. The second opportunity, which is the Amazon SDE opportunity for summer of 2026. This is still accepting applications on a rolling basis for pre-final and final year students. The stipend is between 80,000 to rupees 1 lakh per month. Plus, they also cover your relocation and your housing expenses. The internship runs for 6 to 12 weeks from May till September. And here's the best part. High-performing interns often get a pre-placement offer for a full-time role at Amazon. You can apply directly on amazon.jobs or through your campus placement cell or even sometimes through hackathons. But don't wait. Rolling means they're reviewing application as and when they come in. The third opportunity, Google Software Engineering Internship for summer of 2026. So if you're in your third year or your final year and you're graduating after 2026, you can still apply. The stipend is between 80,000 to rupees 1.2 lakh per month. Yes, Google's main deadline was in November, but they're still reviewing applications on a rolling basis. So there's still a chance if you apply soon. The fourth opportunity, which is the Microsoft Research Internship. This is still ongoing for all the third and final year students, and it's more research focused. So if you're interested in contributing to actual research papers rather than just coding, this is your opportunity. Keep checking the Microsoft Careers page. The fifth opportunity, AI CTE Mega Internship Launch of 2026. This is launching in about 10 days, so mid-January. This is a government-backed program with over 1 lakh internship opportunities across India. The domains include AI and machine learning, cybersecurity, cloud computing, EV innovation, and even space tech. Their partners are like ISRO and DRDO. Now let me walk you through the entire year. I'm going to organize this month by month so you know exactly when to prepare and when to apply. We're already in January, so let's talk about what's happening this month. The first month, which is the Goldman Sachs Engineering Campus hiring. It is opening any day now, and this is one of the rarest programs that accepts all engineering branches and not just computer science. They're also accepting if you're an MCA student or a BCA, BSc or a MSc student. The format is a competitive coding contest on platforms like HackerRank or CodeChef. And if you're good at solving lead code problems fast, you already have a shot. They hire both interns and full-time employees through this. The timeline is usually January and then again in August. The second one, so LinkedIn is also active this month. They also have a direct hiring which happens few times per year, usually between April to May and then September to December. But sometimes they also open positions in January as well. So start following their careers page. For women, LinkedIn has a coaching program specifically for second year students that can convert into a third year internship or even a full-time pre-placement offer. Let's move to February now, February and March both. So February is when hackathon season usually kicks in. Now the next one, which is Summer of Bitcoin, my favorite because Polaris students had cracked this last year. This usually opens in February and you get to work on open source blockchain projects for 3 months and you get paid in Bitcoin, actual US dollars, which are converted into Bitcoin. Every year of student is eligible for this. It is a fantastic learning opportunity and looks incredible on your resume. Also in February, if you're interested in open source again, start paying attention to Google Summer of Code. Again, at least 15 Polaris students had cracked this. The organization selection happens in February and applications open in March. GSOC usually pays between $1,500 to $3,000 US dollars for a 3-month program where you contribute to real open source projects. Now the key to getting selected is to start contributing to organizations in January and February before the applications even open. Show them you're serious. Now moving to March, which is when Walmart starts their hackathon programs. So the first one is Sparkplug, which is open for everyone. And the second is called Coders, which is specifically for women. Both are offering rupees 80,000 per month as your internship stipend and rupees 27 lakh as the starting package for a full-time role. Moving to the next one, the DE Shaw Ascent Educare program. This also happens around the same time. So the main activity starts between July to August. This is exclusively for second year women. It's a short and intensive program, and just for a few weeks, you get a stipend of rupees 50,000 per month, and it gives you direct access to DE Shaw, which is a company that rarely hires through campus placements. So the next season is between April to June of 2026. So in April, you can apply to the Flipkart runway. And if you're a second year women student, this is perfectly fit for you. Now this is an 8 to 10 week internship, which is running from May till July, with a stipend of rupees 1 lakh per month. The top 500 students get access to the top interview skills workshops, networking events, and resume building sessions. It's basically Flipkart investing in you early on so that you can join them for full-time roles. Now the next is Amazon ML Summer School, which opens in June or July. Now this is not a direct internship. I want to be very clear about it. It's a learning program, and here's why it matters. The program completion heavily boosts your resume, and it often leads to an Amazon interview call later. If you're interested in machine learning and AI, now this is your foot in the door at Amazon. June is also when Meta and Facebook internships start appearing. The target students are third and fourth year students, and the stipend is between 1.5 lakh to 2.5 lakh rupees per month, which is the highest in India for internships. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is extremely competitive. You need to have a strong competitive programming background and a solid projects background to even get a call back. Moving to July and September, July is when another Flipkart opportunity, the Flipkart Grid, which usually opens between September. This is India's largest engineering campus challenge. It's open to batches from 26 till 2029, so it's basically for everyone. Stipend is rupees 1 lakh per month, or even the full-time packages beyond 30 lakh. It is a 4-round process, a quiz, a coding assessment, a case study based coding, and there are national finals. There's one important change this year. You can now participate solo and not necessarily in teams. Now the Adobe India internship, which opens between August and October, and they're looking for students who are graduating between 2026 and 2027. They need strong DSA and development skills. The stipend is between 60 to 70,000 per month, and Adobe on your resume carries a massive credibility. Don't skip this. Next is Myntra, which runs 2 programs in September and October. The Hacker Ramp, which is open to everyone, third and final year students, and the second one, V for She, which is only for women. Both offer between 60 to 70,000 stipend per month and over 30 lakhs as a full-time package. These are purely hackathon based, so the same logic applies. Build a good project and present well, and you skip the DSA torture. The next is EY Techathon, which happens in September. This is EY's main tech hiring channel. They focus heavily on AI and generative AI right now, and second and third year students are eligible for this. The applications for this are on Unstop platform. Now here's the biggest one, the Atlassian Women in Tech. This is for all you second and third year women students. The timeline is between August to September. The stipend is ₹1 lakh per month. And guess what? The full-time CTC is 70 lakh. Yes, you heard it right. It's 70 lakh rupees. It's incredibly competitive. So all you women with good coding skills, this is worth every bit of effort. Now let's quickly cover all the programs that don't have a specific month to them. They happen multiple times a year or are always open. The first one is JustPay, which is running hiring challenges every 3 months. So roughly in March, June and September and probably December as well. All the third and final year students are eligible for this. The stipend is between 40,000 to 50,000 per month, and the full-time package is between 20 to 27 lakh, depending on your performance. The next one is the Mercery Build program, which is ongoing throughout the year, and any year student can apply. So even 2025 graduates, you can also apply. The stipend is between 2.5 lakh rupees per month, and I'm not making this up. That's the actual number. It's extremely selective and focuses on both product thinking and your coding ability. The next is Visa, which runs their internship program from May till August for about 10 to 12 weeks. Target is tech graduates and software engineering graduates, and they're paying between 60 to 80,000 rupees per month. They focus heavily on fintech and AI and cloud computing as well. About 65% of the interns have converted into full-time roles with packages between 15 to 20 lakh rupees. The next is the Accenture summer internship. So first is technology consulting, then software engineering, and lastly strategy. For all the tech roles, all pre-final year students are eligible, and the stipend is between 25,000 to 45,000 per month depending on your profile. MBA and strategy roles get closer to about 45,000. Moving to a fellowship by MLH, which happens in multiple seasons. So winter, spring and summer and fall as well. It's a global open source style internship, and if you know the basic Git and GitHub, you can apply. There's no CGPA requirement, and the stipend is between $2,000 depending on the batch. It's completely remote, which means you can do this from anywhere in India. Okay, so now you know when these opportunities open. But here's the real question. How do you actually crack them? Now let me give you the exact roadmap which I generally give to the students at Polaris. The first step is to build your foundation. We're in early January right now. You have the entire month to build your foundation. Before February, opportunities start opening up. Here's what foundation typically means: data structures and algorithms. This is a non-negotiable. I don't care what anybody tells you about DSA being irrelevant. 90% of the tech opportunities will test you on this. At the bare minimum, you need to be comfortable with arrays, strings, linked lists, stacks, queues, and graphs. Your goal for January is to solve minimum 50 to 60 problems on Lead Code or Geeks for Geeks. That's about 2 to 3 problems per day, which is completely doable, by the way. Pick one programming language and master it. Your options right now are Java, Python, or C++, and get comfortable with basic database operations in either MySQL or MongoDB. Your goal for January is to build one simple full stack project. It doesn't need to be fancy. Any app with authentication or a weather app using an API or anything that shows you can code in both front end and back end. Part 2, start building your online presence. Your coding profiles are your resume in the tech world. So starting January, here's what you need to do. Lead Code is your primary platform. Solve those 50 problems I've mentioned, register on Codeforces, and attempt at least 2 to 3 contests, even if you don't solve anything. Consistency matters more than intensity. Solving 2 problems daily for 30 days beats 14 problems crammed into one Sunday. Now, what makes a project solid? It is solving a real problem. So when you're choosing what to build, pick something in a domain which you actually care about. So if you're into e-commerce, start building a shopping cart. If you're into finance, start building a budget tracker. Start fixing your resume in the first week of January. Only one page, non-negotiable. It should be ATS friendly format, no fancy graphics or tables. Simply include your education, skills, your projects, and your coding profiles. Step 3. Here's where most students fail. They apply randomly and hope for the best. Create a spreadsheet right now. The column should be company name, program name, application deadline, and the date you applied for. If you're in your first or your second year, Goldman Sachs has just opened. AICTE is opening in mid-January. Focus on open source programs like GSOC, which will be in February to March. And if you're in your third year, start applying to Amazon and Google right now. Prepare for that Flipkart grid internship I mentioned and target these hackathons. Now, if you're in your final year students, focus on companies which are offering you high PPO conversion rates. Most programs review applications on a rolling basis, which means day one applicants get reviewed first. So when Goldman Sachs open, apply on day one. When Flipkart Grid opens, apply immediately. Start using multiple channels. Apply on your company career pages first. Follow companies on LinkedIn because they often post there before anywhere else. If your college has a placement partnership, use them. Get referrals. Interview preparation. Now let me break down how actually interviews work because most students have no idea what they're walking into. It's probably their first time. For DSA focused roles like Google and Amazon, you'll face an online assessment first. So usually 2 to 3 problems in 90 minutes. Now common interview questions you can face would be for arrays and strings, know the sliding window and the 2 pointers inside out. For trees, master DFS and BFS and level order transversal. For graphs, understand the shortest path and connected components. For dynamic programming, focus on 0-1 knapsack, the longest common subsequence, and matrix chain problems. For hackathon-based internships like the Flipkart Grid and the Walmart Sparkplug, round 1 is usually a coding assessment, so nothing special. A mediocre project with a great pitch beats a great project with a terrible pitch. Now, things that make you stand out. So, these are not required, but they make a massive difference to your life. So start posting your learning journey on LinkedIn. Share your projects on Twitter. Write technical blogs on platforms like Medium. Start contributing to open source programs. Participate in hackathons even if you don't win. Network strategically. Connect with the company employees. But again, do not ask for referrals immediately. Start building genuine relationships first. Common mistakes you should avoid. First, do not wait for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. Start right now. Second, do not only apply to FANG companies. Their acceptance rate is less than 1%. Apply to a minimum of 15 to 20 companies. Third, do not ignore open source and hackathons. These are the best shortcuts to interviews. Fourth, please do not lie on your resume. You will get caught in technical interviews. And the fifth one, do not give up after rejections. Even tier 1 students get rejected from 10 to 15 companies. Persistence matters more than the talent. I've just given you the exact roadmap that has helped 40 plus students at Polaris who have cracked internships at the best of companies. So here are the 3 things I want you to do in the next 10 minutes. First, if you're a woman in 3rd or 4th year, pause this video and go to unstop.com. Start your application for Flipkart Girls Wanna Code. The deadline is January 15th. You have 1 week and do not wait until the last day, please. Second, open a Google Sheet and a Notes app and start creating your internship tracker. I'll repeat the columns for you again. Company name, program name, application deadline, date applied, and the status. And your next steps as well. As you rewatch this video, fill in the deadlines. Third, pick one thing from your preparation roadmap and do it today. Maybe go and solve your first lead code problem. Or maybe fix your resume. Or maybe set up your GitHub properly. Do one thing that moves you forward. I've pinned a comment with a Google Sheet link that has all the 35 plus internships, their deadlines, and application links. Download it and make a copy and start tracking it today. At Polaris School of Technology, we're not just teaching engineering, we're actively helping students to crack real opportunities like these. If you want to be a part of a community that's serious about placements and internship, check the link in the description. And if you have more questions about a specific situation, please drop a detailed comment below. I will read every comment and I'll respond with a very specific advice to you. Set a reminder on your phone for 15th of January titled Flipkart GWC deadline. When that reminder goes off, make sure you have applied. The internship game for 2026 has started. Now go, apply, prepare and execute. I'll see you in the next video.